Hey, we're back, but you're not my mom.
No, I'm your dad.
Hey, Dad, what's up?
Not much.
All right. We're doing another guess the Hollow Knight character name and purpose. We did this before with Mom. It's basically the same rules, same pictures. Um, and I'm here with my gamer dad. What's up, gamer dad?
Not much. Gamer Dad doesn't play Hollow Knight, so he doesn't know anything about it.
That's fair. But what games are you into then?
Open world games. I like the Fallout games, Cyberpunk 2077,
Mm-hmm.
Far Cry series, GTA, Skyrim, Oblivion. I played all that.
Yeah, the first game I ever played was Oblivion, wasn't it? Or was it Morrowind?
It was Morrowind, and you were sitting on my lap while I played. I think you were 2 or 3 years old.
Oh my god, so wholesome. Alright,
But
so basically, I feel like I should explain the game before I start.
mhm.
If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them. It's okay. You're not supposed to know what these characters are. You're supposed to be wrong. It's supposed to be funny. Just
Okay, I have a question.
what?
How many hours of gameplay have you put into Hollow Knight?
Oh jeez. Okay. Let's see here. 298.5 hours.
And is that the most time you've ever spent on any single game with mods?
No. I have actually spent more time on Terraria with 1,245 hours. Some of
Ah,
you.
I
What?
got you beat.
You got me beat?
Yep, Fallout with all the mods and all the extra add-ons. I've put in 1,297 hours.
Oh man. Now,
My
people are
favorite
probably
game.
shaking their heads at me with those low Terraria numbers, but I'd say that's pretty good.
I guess that's pretty good. That's a lot
I
of
mean,
time.
with a as a person with a job and life, yeah, okay.
You'll love it. Wait till you get there.
Oh, great. All right. So let's get started. So this is the first character. Give it a name and why is it in the game?
This is the main character.
Yeah.
So interesting horns you got there. So I would call it Moo Moo something because of the horns.
Moo Moo something.
Yeah, let me see. He's got a blade. He's got a little black ninja. Moo Moo Ninja.
Moo Moo Ninja.
That's what I'm gonna call him.
Moo Moo Ninja?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's a bug.
and it's the
It looks
main.
like a cow.
And
Cow horns,
cow horns.
big cow eyes, and he's got a little dark outfit. So I guess he's stealthy. Not sure about that squiddy cape, but
Oh, the squiddy cape?
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's just a cape.
Moo Moo Ninja.
It's just the art style of the game. Alright,
What's his real name?
I'll tell you at the end.
Okay.
Here's the next character.
Oh, that's interesting. It looks female, like it's wearing a dress, and it's got this big fork. I would say Forkella.
Forkella?
Yeah, like female Cinderella.
Uh,
Forkhead. Forkella.
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 Okay. And why is she in the game? What's her purpose?
She's probably Moo Moo Ninja's little sister, and she's backing him up in case he gets overwhelmed.
Okay.
Like she appears out of nowhere, helps beat up, overwhelming numbers, and then hides again.
Okay. You're not too far off.
Really? Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna be honest. That's not too far off. Next character. Here you go.
This guy looks like he's got a pot belly. He's got a little armadillo back there. He looks like a lazy Chinese soldier is just worn out.
What?
Well, it's because his hat looks like one of those Chinese war hats they used to wear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And
All right. Yeah.
he's kind of looking down like he's distraught in all three pictures. So with the Buddha belly, I'm gonna call him. It's got to be a generic name, right? Because there's a whole bunch of these guys. Or is this a unique character?
I don't know. Is it a unique character?
Bellybug.
Bellybug?
Yep.
Alright, and what does he do in the game?
Foot soldier. Low end.
Low end foot soldier.
Yep. Like a pawn on a chessboard.
Okay.
You can kill hundreds of them and it doesn't matter because the big guys are behind him doing the real battles.
Okay. That really makes me think of For Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. Anyway, this character.
Okay, so he's got a hood on because he's got to hide his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got, looks like a spinny shield. Oh, that reminds me of an old martial arts film, Flying Guillotine.
Oh.
He would throw this guillotine thing over people's heads and then pull it and yank their whole head off.
Oh, that sounds badass.
Yes. I'm going to call this guy the Hooded Reaper.
Hooded Reaper?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. And what does he do in the game?
Well, he's going to be a stealthy killer because he's got that little hood that hides him and stuff, and he's got dark armor and a very short blade, a spinning blade it looks like, so he's got to get in close. This stealth killer.
Alright. Next boy, here you go.
Oh, fatness.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, I'm not that bad. So this guy's got a long beak, sort of like those characters in the medieval times.
Plague
During
Doctor?
the Plague Doctor. Yeah, exactly, the plague mask. So I'm going to say he's got maps on his back.
Okay.
So he's probably some sort of guide. And obviously doesn't do much fighting because he's got a writing instrument and he's fat. Maybe like a pincushion. I'm going to say he's cartographer and bug, like a mix cartograph bug?
Cartograph bug?
Cartograph bug. I'd say that 10 times.
And what's his purpose?
He probably maps out the area for the heroine or something like that.
Alright. Okay.
Maybe he sings songs like Sir Robin ran away, he ran to fight another day.
Wow. I'm actually pretty surprised, Dad. Wow. Alright. Next character. Here you go.
What? Is that one little tiny character?
Yeah, that is one character.
Alright. So he's got a big blade, little tiny guy. He barely carry that thing. I'm gonna call him Squirt.
Squirt?
Yeah. Squirt. Watch out. Somebody come by with a big club or something. You're dead, buddy.
So why is he in the game?
With a big sword like that, I have no idea other than to maybe be an executioner.
An executioner?
So when people are tied down and can't move, his little ass gets over there with a big blade and chops their head off.
Oh, okay.
Because he can't, being that small, actually expect to fight with something that big. Come on.
Alright. Next character, here you go.
Well, there's a thief if I ever saw one.
A thief?
Yeah. Sneakapede.
Sneakapede.
Yeah. Little centipede, thief, sneaks around, sneakapede.
Alright, and their purpose is?
Steal stuff.
That's it?
Yeah. Probably steal your stuff.
Okay. You're getting by these fast.
Mm.
Alright. Next character, here you go.
It looks like a pleasure bug.
A pleasure bug?
Yeah. Like the concubines of some king or something.
Oh, okay.
These little mistresses.
Well, she is just one character.
Okay, so you admit she's a she. So, I don't know if it's evil. If it is, I'd call it a succubus with a bug, so succubug.
Succubug?
Yeah. Female bug sent from hell to take the souls of men.
Wait, sent from hell?
You know what a succubus is?
Yes, of course I do, but sent from hell?
That's where they're from.
Succubus
That's
a bit
female
drastic.
Demons that were sent
yeah, I
from
know
hell
what a
to
succubus
coax men
is.
into giving their souls up through pleasure.
Yeah, I know what a succubus is, Dad, but
Okay.
That-
Succubug.
Succubug,
Mm-hmm.
and I assume her purpose is
Pleasing the Emperor Bug.
the Emperor Bug.
If there is an Emperor Bug.
Okay.
Well, there's got to be an evil character that your heroine is going after. You know,
Okay.
That's probably
All right, so this is
his
like
servants.
the like a servant of the evil
Yes.
person.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the next character.
Oh, that is sad if I ever saw one. That's like your character's dad who just came back from work.
Wait, so it's the main character's dad?
Yeah, because half his horn is broken on one side. Moo dad. So he just looks sad. He's
What's
perma frown going.
what's his name?
I don't know. Elderbug.
Elderbug.
He looks old.
Really?
He looks very old and tired.
Okay. And what is his purpose in the game?
He's probably too old to go fight the battles, so sent his son in to do the fighting for him because he's younger.
Oh, okay. So he's like at the beginning of the game, like, hey, get your ass off the
Right.
couch and go do stuff. Or
He could be like the old king that sends the young knight in.
the old king. Okay. Interesting. All right.
Busted ass, you know, horn and everything.
I'm gonna have a field day telling you stuff at the end, but
Okay.
all right. So this is the next character. Now,
Yeah.
when you mentioned this is the same character, by the way. You mentioned hell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised when you mentioned that.
Okay. Well, this guy is a sneaky, conniving little moth, it seems. He's got that hunch going. He's like hiding his arms and legs. So, could be a magic user. I would almost say like a sorcerer bug. A
Sorcerer.
sorceress bug. Sorcerer moth.
Sorcerer moth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorcerer moth
And-
class.
And what exactly does sorcerer moth do?
Probably uses magic to attack the character.
Okay, so they're like a boss. Because there is bosses in this game.
Okay, he seems kind of small and insignificant to be a boss, but okay.
What do you think?
I think he's not a boss. I just think he's a magic user that you have to fight. There's probably lots of them.
Oh, so just a common enemy.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. All right, moving on.
That looks like a boss.
All right.
And he's got, that looks like a dung beetle, because he's holding this big old piece of round poop that he rolled up.
Okay.
So,
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
I'm going to call him Dung Boss.
Dung boss.
Dung Boss. He throws round balls of poop at you.
All right.
How many characters are there? Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, we're like halfway done.
This guy's got like a musical instrument on one side, and he's carrying a clerical staff on the other side. So I'm going to say this is like some sort of druid, because he's wearing what appears to be a cloth cloak or something like that.
So a druid.
Yeah, so I'm going to say this is a religious type character.
Okay.
Or nature magic type character.
What's their name?
Fuzzy bug.
Fuzzy bug?
Yeah,
He's a fuzzy boy.
they're all bugs. Fuzzy bug.
All right, fuzzy bug, the druid. What do they do in the game?
Heals. They heal the
Oh, a healer.
healer. Either heals the heroine or the evil side. He could work the evil side too, but he heals characters.
Okay, fair enough. Here's the next character.
Ooh, she's all cute, isn't she? So I see she can use fire,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got this nice little cloak going on here, and dainty legs, and then they try to make her look evil and pretty at the same time. I'm gonna say Pyro
Pyro.
is her name.
That's an interesting name for a female.
Sure, why not?
All right.
How about this? Pyress.
Pyrus?
Pyress.
Okay. All right. So, what does Pyrus do?
You take her out on a date and she burns you.
Wait, she's a romantic interest?
No. I'm going to say she hops around and throws fireballs at you.
So, common enemy?
unique enemy.
A unique enemy.
There's only one of her.
So like a boss.
Sure, she could be considered a boss.
Okay. Interesting.
Spiky crown hiding his body. So I'm gonna say, You ever see a thistle?
A thistle.
That head looks like a thistle. I'm gonna call that one Thistlebug.
Thistlebug. All right. And what does Thistlebug do?
It runs at you and impales you with its spikes.
So it's an enemy?
Yep. Charges at you, puts his head down, right into your body.
Ouch. Yeah, that would be a good attack. And what is the one on the right?
Like a tree.
Okay.
Could be a fungus.
A fungus.
Yeah, because it's growing these spore-like arms, so. Fungaworm.
Fungaworm. How would you spell that?
Fungiwrm. Fungaworm.
Alright. Interesting. So, what does Fungaworm do?
It throws its tentacles at you and snares you and traps you.
Okay.
So it's probably like a
obstacle?
A stationary character where you try to get around and grabs you and holds you.
Ooh.
While other characters come in and attack you.
Interesting. Alright. Second to last character.
His head looks like the mouth of a pincer ant from South America. Yeah.
Ooh.
They're really large like that and they pinch. So I'm going to call him, let me see, Pincer Knight.
Pincer Knight.
He looks like a higher class character, like a knight level, not a footman level.
Alright. And what does Pincer Knight do?
Well, he's a knight level, so he stands behind all the troops and gets the second round
So,
of attacks.
like the third character I showed you, that was a footman.
Yeah, this guy's the next level up, like a knight.
Okay.
So after you kill a bunch of footmen, he comes in and says, "Oh, you think you're good, huh?" And then take me on. And Pincer Knight pinches you.
Okay, interesting. And the final character, this one.
Got tentacles. It's got fluffy. It looks like a moth. And its legs they look like a dagger. So I'm gonna say, spikes on the head too. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Fluffy, tentacles, and dagger legs. I'm gonna call it Palm Strike.
Palm Strike.
Like a pom-pom with a dagger strike.
Okay.
And it flies up in the air, it comes straight down and impales you through the head.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. And what is the purpose of palm dagger?
Probably frontline attack to take out as many troops as possible.
Take out as many troops. Now, why do we need all these soldiers?
Sometimes if you have a superhero coming up against you, you need an entire army to take them down.
So, from what I said about the game, you are exploring a broken down kingdom.
Broken down kingdom. Kingdoms have armies.
Yes, but if it's broken down, why does it need all these people?
Yeah, they're probably still there. Even if it's a defeated kingdom, they have to live somewhere. And they may not be following the king's orders, but they're going to lay around the land and kill everything that comes by for resources.
All right. Sounds interesting enough.
How'd I do?
Interestingly enough, to say the least. Now let's see the real answers. So, this first one right here is the Hollow Knight. Essentially, it's the main character that you play as. You drop into the kingdom from like the super tall cliff, and you find a town. There's only like one guy there, and then essentially you go down into the well and start exploring the kingdom.
So his name is Hollow Knight.
Well, in the game they call him Little Ghost, but
so Hollow Knight is his species.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
I'll explain the basic lore to you after all the characters. This is Hornet. She is technically the little sister, very technical. She's like a stepsister in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But she does actually come in. She's actually a boss.
What?
So when she first finds you, she's like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And you fight her, she loses, and that's when you fight her. Well, that's when she retreats. She tells you about a little bit of, like, why the kingdom fell. And then when you get yourself into a pickle, she actually saves you.
Why would your sister attack you to begin with?
Well, it's complicated.
Okay.
I'll explain. This is Quirrel. This is one character, not a bunch of footmen, and he's essentially a traveler just like you are in the game. He's exploring the kingdom and figuring out why the kingdom fell.
So Buddha Belly was out, huh?
Yeah, and essentially he was trying to figure out why he was being beckoned to the kingdom, because he just had this urge to go, you know? Like, it pulled him.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, when you're trying to fix the kingdom's problem, why it fell, which I'll explain in a moment, he ultimately helps you with his mask.
Look at that despondent look. He's so sad.
No, he's not always sad. I'd say he's only sad in this one in the corner.
Okay.
This is Tiso. His purpose is he is also a traveler like you, but he's not looking for the reason why the kingdom fell. He's actually searching for a place called the Colosseum of Fools, which is essentially a place where you prove that you're the strongest. You go up against bugs and you fight them.
I like mine better. The flying guillotine.
Yeah, I like yours better as well. You want to know what's sad?
What?
After you go through the Colosseum, you're looking around for him, you find him like at the place below the Colosseum where they throw all the dead bodies.
Nice.
So
Gotta eat something.
yeah. Well, he's dead.
Ew.
Yeah. But I definitely liked your idea better than what they did. But then again, he was a Kickstarter character. So basically, someone paid money to have him in the game.
Mm.
This character is Cornifer. He is a cartographer, and he
I knew
does
it.
sell you the maps that allow you to mark down where you've been.
Mm-hmm.
He also sells, he has a shop at the top where his wife is, which I didn't show in this. But essentially, she gives you maps you didn't pick up and a charm that helps you navigate with the maps. And a charm is like an upgrade thingy.
Nice.
This is Sly. He's a fly.
Squirt.
Yeah. He is a nail art master. Think a kung fu master from those old movies you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He can wield that blade better, as good as...
Full-size character.
Yes. Let me show you.
He's just a little Ginsu, isn't he?
Yeah.
Ta-da!
But yeah, he pretty much is a boss. But throughout most of the normal game, he is a shopkeeper. He sells you various items that he collected, kind of. After you unlock all 3 of the nail arts, he gives you like an upgrade that allows you to use them faster because they require a charge up and stuff.
Alright.
And you can actually fight him in the Hall of Gods, which is an area where you can refight boss battles.
I won't play it. 2D game. Nope.
I get it. You stick to your games, I stick to mine, even though I kind of play some of the games you play.
Well, the only 2D games I play are like Civilization, Alpha Centauri, games like that. Galactic Civ, strategy games.
Anyway, this is Cloth. She's a bit of an interesting character because she's traveling around Hallownest like you are, but the thing is, she's trying to just get stronger. She's afraid of these large creatures that are twice her size, and she wants to overcome that fear. And in the end, she does, but at a price. She saves you from one of those giant creatures, but she dies in the process. But she also kills the giant creature as well.
I was right about the thief sneaky thing.
Yeah, that's true. She is kind of sneaky. She's
I did know it was a girl.
Some theorize that she's like a cicada, but we don't really know for sure because this is all we have of her. But she does hide under, like, ground. Like, she digs. This is Bretta. Now, she pleases people.
I knew it.
Yeah,
Succubus.
she pleases this guy.
Of course. The old man.
She pleases him, and she's essentially a damsel in distress because you save her, and she praises you. And she literally, like, fangirls over you and makes a poster of you, makes a plushie of you. Just absolute girlfriend material. But then when she sees this guy, she's like, I like him better. And she just completely switches to him, starts ignoring you.
That's good.
And
Because I'd be tired of her after like a day. All right, girl.
But yeah, you essentially save her from the infection, which is a plague, explained later. And she's, like, devoted to you, but then she sees this guy.
Devoted. That's not devoted. She was just slutting on you.
Yeah, she's slutting on him now,
Exactly.
Now, this guy being the main character's father, that's funny. So
he's a Hollow Knight also?
No, he is not. But there is speculation to why he looks like you. His name is Zote. And he's kind of like your nemesis in a way. He's very jealous of you, but he's much weaker than you.
Well, he should be. I have a pair of horns that are actually the same length.
OCD moment. Alright. And essentially, she has a dream that he becomes this. You enter her dream, and you fight that.
Okay.
So, he essentially travels throughout Hallownest, gets stuck, you save him, but he's like, I could have saved myself, I didn't need your help.
Yeah, I work with people like that. And you will too.
Oh god. So, this is Seer. She is a magic moth kind of thing. She does do magic. When she enters the dream realm, which is kind of like heaven without God, it's complicated as hell. I don't really know how to explain it.
Spiritual realm.
Yes, that better. Alright. So when she enters the spiritual realm of the dream realm, she turns into this. And she essentially helps the character because the threat is in the dream realm.
Okay.
Now, you're spot on with this. This is the Dung Defender. He is
Dung Beetle.
He is a boss that used to be a royal knight of the kingdom. Essentially, after the kingdom fell, he decided to devote his protection to another one of the knights that he had a crush on named Isma, which I didn't show in this.
And now he rolls up poop and throws it at you.
Yeah, pretty much. He rolls up poop and throws it at you. That's actually what he does. But then after you beat him, he's like, hey, you're pretty cool, and I thought you were another one of those infected bugs.
That's nice, buddy, but you stank. Go stand over there.
Yeah, you actually get a charm from him that makes it so you have a stink aura around you, and it causes damage to nearby things.
Great.
Yeah, and if you try to go into a shop, they're like, get out of my shop, you reek! Now this is Brumm. Yes, that is a musical instrument, but he's essentially a musician of the Grimm troupe, which is a circus that travels around and essentially collects flame from fallen kingdoms. It's not exactly explained why they do this, but it powers the Nightmare Heart, which is the opposite of the Dream Realm. Nightmare Realm, Dream Realm.
Okay. Some writer was smoking something. Came up with all this. Okay.
So, he carries one of the flames, but he tries to convince you, let's banish the troupe. Let's banish the Grimm troupe so we don't have to live under the Nightmare Heart anymore. And you can choose to either go with them or you fight the boss, which is Grimm. Most people fight the boss because that's the cooler ending. It's just but you can go with him and banish the troupe. This is Grimm. He is the leader of the Grimm troupe.
That's a dude?
Yes.
Oh my god, I would have said female 100% of the time.
Yeah, so did, like, a lot of the fandom, and so did Mom. Essentially, he is the holder of the Nightmare Heart, and he's the leader of the Grimm troupe, so he collects flame to fuel the Nightmare Heart and pass it down among his children. It's DLC, I promise.
Okay.
Downloadable content.
So that's Grimm.
He's a boss, but yeah. Now, the one on the left is the Pale King. He's the king of the kingdom.
That does look like a crown.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, Originally, he was this giant being called a worm that shaped the underground and essentially was the king of his people. However, when the infection started, he essentially disappeared along with his castle.
He shrunk down to this little tiny thing.
Yeah, he shrunk down just so he could be similar to other bugs.
Welcome to old age, dude. It happens to the best of us.
And the one on the right is his wife, the White Lady, the Queen of Halonest.
That's his wife?
Yep.
You like tentacle chick, huh, buddy? Something wrong with you, dude.
No.
She looks like a car tire that's been like stretched up into a knot, and then all the pus came out or something.
Truth be told, after they had their children, she essentially had the urge to keep on breeding. She's a root, and he's a worm. So after she started breeding, she just couldn't stop. So in order to restrain herself and her sexual desire, she essentially stretched her roots all across Halonest and gripped on so she couldn't move at all.
Yay.
Yeah, pretty much.
So every single soldier and bug and everything is feeling her up. They're touching her legs and stuff.
What?
She's sprawled out everywhere. You're touching a piece of her no matter where you walk.
Well, I guess. I mean, not everywhere, but, like, she just stretched her roots so far. Like, think 2 arms grabbing on to stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, the main character,
desperate girl.
Main character right here is one of the thousands of children these two produced. Thousands.
All right.
So, yeah. This is another one of the children. This is the Hollow Knight. Now...
Oh, Pincer, right.
Yep. So, essentially, how the lore goes is there was a god. This is the Radiance. Also known as the light itself.
Pom-pom spike.
So, she created the Moth tribe. And essentially the moths followed her, they were a happy family, blah blah blah. Pale King came around, said, "This is my kingdom, I want to make advancements and I want to make bugs enlightened." And the Moth tribe agreed with him, but she didn't. So she's like, "Children, where are you going? Why are you agreeing with him?" And slowly over time, she was forgotten as a god. So eventually, one bug found a statue of her, remembering her. And in her rage, she created the infection, this orange pustule airborne disease that essentially infected the minds of all bugs.
Keep going, dude.
And essentially, in order for the Pale King to stop this infection, him and his wife had a bunch of children, found this substance deep underground called Void, dipped his children, baptized them in the Void, and was looking for one that didn't have a mind, didn't have will, didn't have a voice, nothing like that, to seal the Radiance in. This guy, all the way over here, was pretending to be hollow. He pretended to be hollow. The Pale King sealed the Radiance inside of his mind, and that backfired heavily. So you and her work together to break the seal, calm down the Hollow Knight, and then enter his head to defeat the Radiance.
It's funny that she says you smell bad. You haven't even met Dung Beetle.
Well, she smells something in the air. She smells the infection, but she's not affected by it because here's the thing.
Okay.
Her mother was also one of the people that helped seal the Hollow Knight, and she said, "Alright, if I'm going to be sealed, I want a daughter." And you know what the Pale King did? He gave her a daughter. So, he essentially cheated on his wife, the White Lady, even though she kind of knew about it. And he had Hornet. So she's kind of part higher being, so she's not affected by the infection. She can't become infected, but she is kind of affected,
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely a gray line, but that's essentially Hollow Knight.
Wow. Very interesting.
And you want to know how many people made it?
You mean the developers?
Yeah. This is an indie game.
82.
82?
That's my guess.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's only a 2D game. Let me bring it down to half. 41.
3 people.
Really?
3 people made this game over.
You poor guys
4
had
people.
no life. You spent hours and hours and months doing this. If you just hired extra people, you would have had help. Oh well.
Well, I'm sure they did have other people. There was a hefty credits, but these are the 3 main people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Hollow Knight.
Great. Wait, thanks for having me.
Do you want to say anything to my audience before I...
Sure. It's a 2D game, and I'm still not going to play it. Nah.
And what is the most surprising thing you could say?
About what?
Anything.
About anything?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? All right. I typically don't like to play open world games unless I can create or get mods for them where the people are anatomically correct and nude, or can be nude. Because I just want to be realistic.
You want to see titties.
Yeah. If you kill someone and you take their stuff, they should be left naked, dead on the side of the road, not wearing underwear.
Oh my god, Dad.
That's what mature games are all about. Realistic.
You're talking about Skyrim.
Yep.
You're supposed to kill dragons.
Which is funny because there was actually a mod to make the dragons naked too. So dragons have anatomically correct parts. You shouldn't drink water when I'm explaining that, right? Here you go.
Oh my god, no.